Hey, this is Mike from Minimal 3DB, and today I'm getting back at my Voron 2.4 R2 Pro Plus. So let's go ahead and get started. Now today I'm just going to focus on some wire management and some simple wiring, things I missed or didn't see. One of the things I missed, let me go over to my display, is I mentioned in one of my last videos these short wires I had for the motor. Well, apparently they need to go from the power on the board over to the power on the motor power on the board. So I'm just going to go ahead and wire that up. So that's basically right here. I need to hook these two wires here. So basically I'm stacking these and then run them over to here. It should be pretty straightforward. It's positive to positive. And let me go ahead and wire those up and so we can take a look. So let's just start off with, I'm going to loosen these up a little bit. And one reason why I'm starting back on this Voron build is this is taking up so much space in my office that I literally have space for nothing else besides Voron. Voron parts are literally everywhere. And not that I don't love the Voron, but I am getting in trouble with my family for all the parts that are everywhere except in my office. So I've gone positive to positive here. And now I'm just going to put in the black one. If you notice, I'm trying to put with the, it's a little bit lower going down this way. So black to black. And let's see if we can slip this in here. Slipping both of them in. I don't want to tighten this enough because I want to make sure neither wire comes out. So I'm just giving both tugs. And then this wire in here. Now one of my problems I'm having is I really need to see how all these wires are going to run. I find the directions, I don't want to say confusing, but a little bit less than clear here. Now, something else I'm going to do is, so I need to put the Wi-Fi antenna, just strap that down, clip that in here, tape it down. So these power to motor are all done. Everything feels tight. Now, bed power is over on the board here. Now let's see what else we need to do here. I'm just going to keep the diagram like this. I have the SSR is over here already. So that's already done. Let's just go through these directions one more time to make sure we're all right. The bed is plugged in here. So that's the bed thermistor. The motors are all plugged in. And now I guess it wants us to work on the cable chains. Before we do that, I have these neat little things that are for wire management. And I want to start by putting some of these down. It looks like I have double-sided tape here that came with the kit. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the bottom here and just strap these in. And then clip some of these wires in just so things are a little bit neater looking. So let me get some tape down and I'm just going to tape. I have 3 of these wire harnesses. I'm going to do one here, here, and then right over here. And that way I could just straighten out the wires. So let me get the tape on and get those laid out. And then we'll just straighten up the wires. And then we'll flip the printer. So I went ahead and did the wires over on this side. I am not sure I have this right, but the wires look neater and they're down. So what I'm going to do now is this middle, and I'll try to do that on camera. I wanted to get one where I sort of knew what I was doing. So let's try the next one. So right now I have the double-sided tape on, as you can see. What I'm going to do is just slip this by everything here. I just want to slip this under. And let me take this little tripod out of the way. Like I said, I so desperately need to clean this office. And one wire underneath, you know. So that's not too bad. Now what I'm going to do is this set of wires I'll put over here. Now I have this set of wires. I'm just pushing them through these holes, bending them a little bit so that way the wires slip down and I don't actually cut them. So it's probably the last thing I need. So I'm just slipping them in. And I said we have so many dang wires here. I'm going to pull this stepper motor out. Let's take this. I'm just pushing this down. I'm actually going to weave this one through a little bit, because that's sticking up in the air and I don't like that. So that gets it down out of the way. And then, I believe it was right here. So let's push these down in here. And I'm trying not to get my big head in the way. Now, probably, I'm going to have a lot of people complain about how I'm doing this. Wire management, not my forte. I typically do not do a good job of wire management. To be honest, at some point I get fed up with it, trying to get it perfect, and then I settle for done. Because I'm sometimes of the firm belief that done is better than perfect. I want to say that's perfect. This is far from it. At least the wires are down. And what I'm going to do is I have this little plastic piece here. So I'm going to try to slide that down here. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad either. So what I need to do is work my way over here, and I'm going to put one more piece down here. So I pause, get the tape on, and then I'll go to the other side of the camera. And so I move some stuff around a little bit. I'm just going to put this right here. Now, probably, if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to have some more stuff I need to run through here, even though I've put the caps on. I'm just going to go with it anyway. Now, while I'm over here, I'm going to put this little Wi-Fi antenna on. So I got it. Let me snap the end on here. And of course, that's hard to do. Let me stick the antenna down. Sorry about that. I had to move the camera to get the Wi-Fi antenna set in. And then let's just put this slider in here. I might have to pull this out when I run more wires down. We'll see. This at least gets us started. There we go. Like I said then, I don't particularly love the job I did here, but I'm just going to roll with it. So let me clean up a little bit. Or better yet, let me just break this into a different video, because it's not as if I don't have enough segments to this one anyway. And it's about 15 minutes. So let me stop here for the day, and then I'll flip the printer over and get started on the cable chains, and getting that all set up. So I want to thank you again for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Thanks. Have a good day. This is Mike again. If you're having trouble with your 3D printer, I'm putting a link in the video description of how you can schedule a 15-minute consult with me. I'm more than happy to sit down with you, see if we can figure out what the problem is, see if we can get your printer rolling. Also, if you would like to support the channel, I've enabled memberships. And so for a small monthly contribution, you can help support my work. Now, ideally, what I'm going to do is use any money, and same for the advertising I get for the channel. I'm going to use that to buy more 3D printers and more equipment and more technology that I could use here on the channel. If you have any questions or comments, please post below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.